Hi everyone, and hi Fumika-san.
Hi.
Today, I would like to speak about good speeches.
Good speeches.
Yes,
Okay.
which I'm sure you're good at.
No, you just like, you're freaking me out. I hate, no, okay, wait, no, I love good speeches to listen
Yes,
to it.
yes, of course.
But
And you talk so much though.
I know I talk so much, but I hate speeches.
You
I
hate
giving
speeches.
I hate like standing in front of people.
Uh-huh.
I might
And
not
gaining
see it that
attention.
way. Yeah, I hate it.
I mean,
So,
with the amount of words you express every day, you'd assume that you love to go in front and just shower people with your words.
no, a lot of people think I'm like totally good at it or like just natural, but I hate it. Like I blank out and I get like sweaty palms.
I can't
And-
believe you blanking out
Yeah.
because you have never done that here.
It's maybe usually I'm really nervous in front of all the people. But here I'm just
One
very
on one,
relaxed.
1-on-2,
Yes.
you're good at.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Ha, that's interesting. So I went to a school in Oita.
Okay.
Okay, so it's in Kyushu, right? And it was the best school in Oita. It's called Uenogaoka School, high school.
High school, okay, yeah.
And I did a RAKUGO performance there. Usually before, I used to do it in front of the entire school, in the gymnasium or big space. But then now you can't have so many people gathered in one place together. So I did 3 performances for the 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And that was fun. Except I got really tired at the when I reached the 12th school.
Because you had to do it 3
Yeah,
times.
I
So
had to do it
usually every year you'd be doing it once to all the grades.
Once
all
like
at
an hour,
once.
right?
Yeah.
And I did an hour times 3. So, but it was fun, and their reaction was very good. And
So this is in Japanese, right?
it was both in Japanese and English.
Okay.
The principal of the school told me that since this is a good school, they're able to understand English rakugo. And I had doubts. I was thinking,
'Cause it-
but
yeah.
but you know,
Not an international school.
not an
right?
international school. Just good school, but high school students, it may be a bit difficult. But I said, okay, well, let's give it a try, and did one story in Japanese and did another story in English. 10th graders, maybe 70%, but good reaction for the English part. I mean, for the Japanese part, they were excellent. 11th graders, maybe 80%. And 12th graders, they're perfect. They understood completely.
Wow.
So their reaction was amazing. And when all the shows were over, the teacher said, there's the word of greeting, word of appreciation from one of our students. So one of the 12th graders came up on stage and said, so he's gonna give a speech to me, or in appreciation. In Japanese, it would be 生徒代表の言葉 or 生徒代表からご挨拶. And what happens usually, that happens when I go to high schools and a student comes up. What happens usually is, so they would open the memo
okay.
or the letter they wrote beforehand. And so he or she would be going, Tatekawa-san, thank you very much for coming to our school. It was our first experience to see a RAKUGO performance live in front of us. And it was amazing. We enjoyed it very much. And you made RAKUGO, which is traditional Japanese entertainment, closer to us. And we appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for coming. And I hope someday we can meet again. Thank you very much. So that would be a speech they'll be giving. And that's nice. But I know it was written before my performance. Right?
Wait, this is
So yeah. So he's saying it was entertaining. It was good. But you have never experienced rakugo at that point, right? And
I was thinking the exact same thing.
right. And so I'm standing on stage, and I'm of course trying to be nice, of course. So I wouldn't say you wrote that before you heard me. I wouldn't say that, but I would have a sort of a mixed feeling inside me, right? And I would just say thank you very much for your nice words, and it would be over. But so this school in Oita, the student came up. He was a boy. And he came up, stood in front of the microphone, and he held the microphone.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't have a paper in his hand.
Oh.
He came up. So the third graders, it was a big school, so there were 350 students in front, only the third graders. So the entire school was like 1,000 people. And he stood and looked at me and said, Shinoharu-san! So the emotional level was really at peak in the beginning. Shinoharu-san! And I had never experienced rakugo live before until today. And I was thinking yesterday, when I thought about your performance today, I was thinking yesterday, what encounter I had with rakugo before in my life. And I remembered that in our textbook 2 years ago, there was a story about a man who went to America, traveled in a camping car with his family to perform rakugo in English in many places. Yes, and there is a person who did that.
And it was in
like a cultural exchange thing. Katsura Kaishi Shisho. So he went with his family and visited many cities. And I remember that story. And so rakugo felt closer to me when I thought about that. And then today you performed one story in English in front of us. And when we heard that story, that textbook story became live, real in front of us. And what he was doing in America came live in front of us. And the story popped up in our images. And it was amazing. And also, he said, there was a Q&A session at the end. And one of our fellow students asked you, are there scenes where more than 2 characters appear at the same time? And to that question, you said, oh yes, there are, and started acting 6 characters.
I love when you do that.
Yeah,
Example,
when appear. And when you said, the moment when you said, okay, there is, and you entered the acting sequence, I had goosebumps. And I was so touched, and I was like pulled into the world of rakugo. And so the experience, the live experience, was wonderful and something that we would treasure all our lives, was what he said.
Wow.
And so I mean, I was very, very glad to hear that, and with his emotion. And of course, he's talking about the Q&A session, the question that came on the Q&A session. So he could not have prepared that speech, right?
Wow.
And I was thinking, wow. And so all the students are clapping, right? And then...
Because he gave a wonderful
speech.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, thank you very much. And then he kept on talking. And he said... There's another thing I would like to share with you. There is one person that I respect very much, and he is called Oda Eiichiro. Now, he is the author of the famous cartoon comic, One Piece. And I'm a big fan of One Piece as well. And while I was listening to your rakugo, I recalled that in One Piece, there were remarks on Rakugo and words that appear in Rakugo stories. And when I thought about that, One Piece is read by so many people around the world, so many millions, tens of thousands of millions of people. And in that story, there are words from Rakugo or references to Rakugo. And when you imagine that people all over the world are informed about Rakugo through One Piece, through Oda Eiichiro sensei, I thought that would be amazing. And I thought that would be one great chance for Rakugo to spread across the continent.
Wow.
And so he talked about that. And there was another round of applause. And so I said, wow, I didn't know that. I really didn't know that. Wow, so I'd have to read that. And then, so the speech ended, was what I thought. But he kept on talking. He said, there's another thing that I would like to say to you lastly. We are 12th graders. So we have to take examinations, right? College examinations. And toward us, you presented Rakugo. Now, Rakugo has punchlines, or Rakugo has ochi in Japanese.
Where's this going?
And so I was thinking, oh no, because ochi would mean a punchline, and it would also mean flunk the exam, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was thinking, oh no, and I was saying, hey, so that's not a good thing. I was going on stage and said, so he said, Rakugo ends with an ochi, but when I was hearing your stories, I felt that Rakugo was a traditional suberanai hanashi, which is a theme of a very famous TV program. Suberanai hanashi is like joke stories that don't flunk, or joke stories that don't fail.
The comedians share their episodes. And it has a good
and it doesn't fail. Suberanai means it doesn't fail, right? So he said, Rakugo is a traditional suberanai hanashi. Now, our biggest theme as exam takers is not to suberanai in exams. And you gave us the power of not suberanai, or you gave us the power of suberanai.
Not to fail.
Yeah, not to fail.
Oh my God, wow.
And we received that power, and I think we can succeed in our exams. And it was a great timing to meet you at this point. And then he finishes, I would like to see you again, and I would like to keep on enjoying Rakugo. And it was like a great applause. And I was, applauding as well, clapping as well. It was a hell of a speech.
Like, I mean, I wanted to be there. Like, listening to you, it's probably in Japanese, right? But you telling me about it.
Yes,
First, I was like, but I want to know, do you think he prepared for it? Like, he had some of the ideas?
Maybe,
or he was really...
but he thought about Rakugo the day before. And also, but I think the One Piece thing, or I don't know, he delivered it at least, like he thought it up. Maybe the suberanai was something, maybe he thought about it, but then he didn't prepare anything, it was on the spot. And it was amazing.
And he was just smoothly talking.
Yeah, he was smoothly and emotionally, passionately talking about it.
Looking into your eyes.
Yes, yes.
Telling you.
Yes.
Wow.
So I was touched by it. And so the thing is, the theme for today is, we don't have that much time left, but on good speeches. And I think one big rule for a good speech is not to have a paper in your hand.
Yeah.
and so you can prepare for it. But if you have the paper, it takes away the emotion, right? Because you know that it was prepared before, and even if the letter is full of emotions, it's an emotion of the past and not the you of the present. And so even if you read it very well, it would seem like you're acting very well.
Oh no, but I'm not sure if I agree with you on that. Because I'm the kind of person that can't give good speeches. Like I'm so bad at it because I blank out. Like so, I'm envious of this guy that is doing.
I was envious of that guy
right?
too.
It's like
right.
give me your skills or like teach me or like he's probably gonna become someone like big, right?
Oh yeah.
I need paper in front of me, and of course, I want to express my emotions at that point, but I know I won't be able to, so I need to gather it, you know? So I would be against that, not having a piece of paper, but I understand.
So maybe for a person like you, preparing a piece of paper and just having it may be good to comforting for you. And, you know, if you don't read from it, I mean, if you just have that, and talk to the people, then maybe that's the you can meet halfway.
Or I can just like it would be good just to jot down the notes
the
or the main points, right? Not like write out the speech.
Right.
Oh yeah. But,
so that would feel like on the spot.
But so at the end of the school year, a lot of the parents go and give like thank you to the teacher, a message, a quick message, but then everyone starts crying because you know they're so thankful and some of the moms like had their smartphones because they had written the speeches out, so they would be reading it. And it was kind of interesting, like you said, like I totally understand. You know, having something in front of you and reading it doesn't express the emotion as much as it should.
Right.
But
I mean, probably just blanking out and breaking into tears would move people instead of a prepared reading letter.
But it's like, as the person that can't give the speech, we want to express and we want to relay our feelings, but we know we won't be able to at that point, so we need to write it down. You know? So,
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think both is okay, depending on your like personality and your situation. But yeah.
But having a memo would be good. I think not the entire sentences.
Yeah, not the entire the speech.
Just the memo would be nice.
Yeah.
But when the his speech was over, everyone was clapping, and I told him, okay, you've surpassed our prime minister, because he can speak for himself. He always reads our past two prime ministers. You've passed both of them.
Because he's only 18, right?
Yeah.
There's so much he's going to be able to do. People who can speak or are good with words and just good at expressing themselves, I just...
So I commented, okay, so this has got to be a great school because that was the best speech that I have received so far. And if a student here can give such a great speech, this has got to be a great school of great education. And I wrapped up my show. And then on my way back, I was checking the Twitter, and one of the students who were there, not him, but one of the students who were there was commenting. So Shinoharu sensei said that this school must be good if there is a speech like that, but it's just him. Was what he wrote.
One of the students wrote that.
Right. It's his thing. So I guess he was a special guy in the school as well.
He was like what, class representative, or he represented?
Yes.
Yeah, he's probably really smart.
That was amazing. Yeah.
I can just imagine, like he's probably good at sports, really smart, and like really popular.
And the thing was that he was directing his message to me, but he was also speaking toward the audience as well, and that was amazing. Yeah, you can't do that when you're in high school.
Yeah.
Much. I mean,
he probably has experience doing
probably,
that.
yes.
I wonder what his major is. I'm really interested in it.
I wonder what he's going to major in, right?
Because he's not
from now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. You gotta share the footage with me next time if you have any footage of his speech.
That's true. I'd have to ask for that.
There probably is.
Yeah. So on good speeches.
Yeah. But wait, so I want to ask you, so after this high schooler gave this amazing speech, and you have to, you were probably saying, you said stuff about like, it being a good school, like you feel comfortable giving good speech. I mean, obviously you're a good speaker, but you feel comfortable too? After
Do I feel comfortable?
At that point, you were responding to him and you were telling him, because you did such a great speech, this must be a great school. That's all obviously all impromptu, like it came to your mind. It's not something you prepared.
Yeah.
I can't even do that, I wouldn't even be able to give them a good response. So like, what are your good speech tips.
Tips.
Yeah.
Just telling him what I thought. I mean, while he was talking, I was probably thinking, okay, so I was touched. I was thinking this is the first time someone has not prepared a speech beforehand and spoken this. And also I told him that it's the first time that I thought the speech was going to end and then it restarted twice.
He was so just passionate about
Yeah,
it.
but I think when I made the comment, the students were proud of him and he was proud of himself. I think the teachers were proud too. Yeah.
I see. So you just thanked him and then you told him what you felt and then
Yeah.
it ended.
Yeah. 総理大臣超えた.
Ah, yeah. Oh, okay, so you were more of like a casual tone. Was he
yeah.
also like a casual?
He was casual.
Not
I mean, he
like the
wasn't
reading like
formal.
Shinoharu-san. Oh, not formal. Oh, maybe that's a good thing too. Yeah. Because a lot of people would probably be nervous.
Right,
so
right.
they would have to like, but I think.
So when each story, I mean, when each portion seemed to end, everyone would be clapping. And then after a while he would say, 話は変わりますが. So there's something else I want to talk. And then he would start talking about One Piece or Daiichiro or his, 滑らない. Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I do a party in the future, my celebration party for promotion, I gotta ask you. I gotta ask that guy to come to my party. And I gotta give him my kokeshi.
He's gonna be one of the presenters. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
So looking forward. Yeah. So that was that for this time. And I'll be introducing a story, and we'll be talking about a new story.
Okay.
Next
And
time. Okay.
related to good speeches or nothing related?
Nothing really.
Okay. Just a different story.
Yeah.
Okay.
The theme is good lies.
Good lies. Okay.
Good lies.
Good speeches today and then good lies next
Yeah.
time. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be the last episode of this year, right?
That's true.
Okay.
All right. Well, see you again. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye.